south at flight 4 experimental helicopter departing to the southwest. Last call, scanning crew. Okay, flight, switch over 123 decimal 025, 123 decimal 025. Okay, number 1 is on 23025, check in down the line.
Number 2 is up.
Okay, where's the rest of you guys at? I got 2, where's 3?
You're right there is about where I need to be, a little bit further forward.
Okay.
And I don't do fingertips. Because we haven't briefed it. I don't even know if there is such a thing in
Alright, turn coming in.
rotorcraft. Now, my dad taught me formation and fixed wing, and his performance in formation and military is probably why he got heavies. So, I didn't have the best
Okay,
instructor.
looking for number 3 and number 4 to check in on frequency. Alright, hey Jim, I'm going to go to 23 nothing real quick and see if they're over there.
I'll stay here.
Three's on comms.
Roger on 3, how about 4?
Okay, 1 is back. Who do we have? Go down the line. 1 is on.
2 is up.
3 is up. Did y'all hear the aircraft calling on 123? Negative.
Yeah, he said he's up here somewhere. He was calling us out just to let us know he's in the neighborhood.
Okay, yep, we'll keep an eye out for him. And Mike, are you guys up in number 4 ship?
Did number 4 ever announce? Number 3 is number 2. Do you have visual on 4?
I have no visual on 4.
Okay, I've never heard an answer from him yet.
You want me to switch back and see if he's on the other frequency?
Number 1, did you get a response from 4?
I did not. So let me go back to 23 nothing. I'll see if I get a hold of 4. You guys stay here. 2 and 3 stay on 23025.
Okay. Copy that. Let me know if you want me to 360 around.
Unfortunately, you can't hear me when I'm transmitting.
No, but I can tell you're doing it.
Yeah.
Your finger move.
Yeah. It's those times when I got more than 2 fingers on a yoke. Or whatever you call this thing, cycling.
No. I wonder if that's him trying to call in on 4 right now.
It may be just my proximity to him bleeding.
Okay, flight. So 4 is dropping off. They're having some issues with their collective friction, so they're going to take it back to the airport. So we're just a flight of 3 now.
Bummer.
There you go.
Yeah, but no big deal. They should be down safe.
Nice sun on there for the pictures.
Yeah.
That's about the height I target right there.
Yeah, a little bit above his rotor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to be right in the plane, but we're all going to flop around like fish out here in the gusts and the thermals, so it changes.
Yeah.
Go roll in a little bit more power and sneak up on him closer. Wave it. Princess Belle, we call her.
Yeah.
On you, Joe, about 4 rotors.
Okay, that's that. Just step the sticker head out there and take the picture video.
I saw that hand. make you nervous, let me know.
Yeah. Just don't hit them.
Oh, there's that.
We're good.
And it's funny because on like a fixed pitch prop, you got immediate response from a throttle when you're trying to set your rake on the guy. Not the speed prop, it's not so sudden. And this thing here, if you need to slow down in a hurry, you have to use everything. Your feet, your cyclic, your throttle, and your collective at the same time, or you're basically doing a quick stop.
Yeah, okay.
And you'll hear my blade slap when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Traffic, aircraft 2, about 2 miles south of Camp South Hospital, landing 10 south at Gainesville traffic.
Gainesville, that's just up the road from me in Texas.
Yeah.
How's that airspeed for you, Jim? You like it? It's good speed?
I'm showing 75 right now.
Yep, that's about what I'm showing too, so I just want to give you a nice slow airspeed so you can fly a good warm up.
That's fine with me, showing 790 feet.
Perfect, that's exactly what I got too.
How was left? Or is he pointing left? Maybe he was just pointing out the window.
What's that?
I think he was pointing left.
Alright, I'm showing about 12 nautical miles to
Okay.
the river. It's going to be the Santa Fe River, and it runs kind of like southeast to northwest.
Can't see him kick his rudder or his ailerons, huh?
Yeah.
I did that once
Yeah.
to a guy, and he took the opposite response. I was like, get away!
Yeah.
He was not trained.
Okay.
What'd you fly in the military?
F-14, 6B, C-45, A-10, and
Awesome.
MC-12.
Solid.
I don't know, 14 or A-10. What would be my pick?
A-10. I mean, 14's fast, but A-10. You can kill a lot of bad guys all at once.
Yeah.
Man, it's good at it. It's kind of a terrible flying plane, though.
Yeah.
But it's good at what it does. It's real good.
See, Mark's got a governor on his. Though my ears do most of my work, I have to glance down now and then see what my RPM is.
Okay.
I think he just realized he was going fast. Or maybe he's letting, what's her name, fly, Stephanie.
Oh, yeah.
She's got her private rating.
I don't think, he said she doesn't. She's soloed, but a long time ago. And then
I've never seen her fly.
Yeah, she said she just didn't finish it.
But she doesn't she has a really nice Scorpion
Yeah.
with a 162 drive system in it. That would be a fun aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this distance here, you can almost look around and look away from your target there.
Yeah.
Coming up at 8 o'clock on you, Joe.
Copy that?
And don't lean into me to look. Yeah, now and then I'll be with an airplane, fixed wing that's really, really mismatched with the speed I'm capable of. I was flying this Nylon Racer, Samurai 1.
Yeah.
And he was flying SC-5A. Actually, one of the replicas
Come on the beam there, brother. We'll get a good picture of you.
Moving up. Her side or your side?
The left side there. She's going to do cross camera on you. Cross side camera.
Okay, with that comment, you take lead. I'm moving forward. I'll take lead.
Okay, that sounds good. Good shot again.
That way I don't have to watch him as tight.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm at your 5 o'clock, several back.
Okay, you have the jump line up.
I can't understand you, Joe. It's too distorted.
You have the jump line up.
What did he say?
I can't understand.
We'll just fly off you just for a second, and then I'll take it again. Just want to get some good shots in you.
Okay, I'll continue leading.
Yep, just hold your position for a minute.
I don't know, how did Mark's aircraft vibrate compared to this?
His was smooth, real smooth.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the lead, and you can fall back on me, and we're going to have to make a small left course for us.
All right, your lead.
That works good.
I'm taking you back at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
Jim, I'm at your 7.
Roger. I've done,
And air to air to party of 3. This is 7 by Mike.
I've done a bit of IFR formation.
Over here, we got it recorded. You guys have good time.
I've done a lot of that.
Be safe. And
I bet you have put me to shame, I bet. Yeah, I did say, Dad, kill your transponder. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was moving a 421. He was in the 310. I don't see the other guy.
Yeah, Joe, flying that manifold pressure is really helping.
Oh yeah, man. It's all about flying a manifold pressure. So I just got 30 inches set, and that's getting me about 80 miles. Right now I'm showing about 89 miles per hour indicated. But
Yep. Supposedly the same engines, and his is a modified 162.
Okay.
But supposedly that makes it the same engine.
Got big old solar panel farm, 12 o'clock, about 5 nautical miles, and the river should be just in the vicinity of that.
What I don't like, if you watch my manifold pressure,
Yeah.
up, it's down, it's up, it's down. And I'm not doing anything. I don't think it's moving. I just think it's a reading thing. Because the power is not changing a yaw at all.
Okay.
See, I didn't need that 11 pounds back there after all.
Yeah.
See, it's a little bit too tail heavy. There's a little landing strip on your right there.
I see it. I can lean forward if you want.
Now, if I scooch down and relax, the problem is my heels keep going forward, and that makes my toes uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so I keep holding my leg up for that geometry. I get a cramp in the bottom of my right leg for some reason. Somebody tried to tell me once that this helicopter time didn't matter for getting a job. Really?
Yeah, that does make sense.
My wings aren't attached. What else do you want?
Yeah. I would argue this is probably harder than what he's talking about.
Because my hand is controlling the RPM.
Yes.
I don't have a governor. I don't have anything fancy.
Yeah, you're paying a lot of attention.
Carolina, 7,000 feet, 2.5 miles northeast of the Portland.
Now, yours, has what they call a correlator. Are you familiar with that?
No.
If I pull more pitch on the collective,
Yeah.
the throttle linkage is on the aft end of that on an arm. So it actually pulls a little bit more throttle
Okay.
when you pull pitch. in a perfect world, it's always going to be, you know, all you need and you won't have to make any adjustments.
Okay.
It's not a perfect world. I mean, it's been probably 10 minutes since I adjusted my throttle.
Okay.
But, you know, there's always something. You got to tweak a little bit when you bring it to a hover.
Okay, Clay, we got about 3 miles to go to the river. It's going to be a right turn.
And,
You got to go into the sun.
yeah, good. Wires are less visible that way. But, a little bit when you head into hover, and a little bit you take off a little bit when you level off after a climb out. But Joe, he had all sorts of neat ideas. He found where you could double the size of the spring in the wastegate on the turbocharger.
Yeah.
It'll pick up anything.
Yeah.
And then his crankshaft broke.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it was because of that, but it certainly couldn't have helped.
Yeah.
Part of what was these engines a long time ago, when they built them, the CNC would do the line boring. It would do 2 bearings from one end and 2 from the other.
Okay.
A Micron is going to put a side load in that crank.
Okay.
I think that's probably what happened to him.
Okay.
And he abused it.
Oh.
But it was, you know, he was 220, he had a 250 pounder in there. They were picking up vertical lifts out of fields and stuff. Like, man, I don't even want to do that to my engine.
Yeah. Speed it up, huh?
Feel sorry for Mike and Melanie had to turn back. And for some reason, there's always something that that they're having maintenance issues with. Melanie has got her license.
Okay.
And I said, you know, why don't you take my wife for a ride? And for some reason, they decided not to, but Mike jumped in it. They picked up, went over, and his belt started smoking.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It probably wouldn't have done it with my wife and his wife because they were so light compared to him.
Okay.
But I'm glad they didn't do it.
Okay, about a mile to the river, at 12 o'clock, there's some high-tension power lines that cut across the river. It's going to be a right turn, and then we'll slowly descend down into it and take a look.
I just pulled the sectional up on my...
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah,
I got an idea what he's looking at.
Okay, and 1 is going to start that slow descent with a gradual right turn.
I'll stay on the outside.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm on your 7. I'm way back up. Should be nothing.
Oh, there's the river.
Yep.
I just pulled off a little bit of throttle.
The line's really tight to trees under here for a while.
Guy out there in a canoe underwater.
So if you have to auto-rotate, we just go in the water?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, there's some debate, you know, use the cushion of the top of the trees.
I feel like the water might be better.
Yeah.
Just normal auto-rotation. A lot of birds down there.
Right back there, there certainly was.
Hard left turn coming up.
This is a switchback.
Yeah.
It's real tight.
Oh, and then another one. Oh, come on, man. Stay over the river. When you go into a turn like this, you might use the bank. You also got to pull collective.
Yeah.
To make sure your power stays up on it. Ooh, that's pretty down there. It looked like an amphitheater that went down into the water.
Yeah.
Not that I have a lot of time to look. Pretty good motion on the water.
Right turn coming up.
Everything's green on my gauges. Speed's good, energy's good.
Back to the left.
I think this is a hard switchback right through there. There.
Yeah. I would have turned into it, but I would have cut him off.
Yeah. It's pretty straight-ish from here.
Boring. Hey, got rapids.
It looks like we've got a crossing with some power lines coming up in about 1,000 feet. Let's climb up.
Inside on 4 o'clock, really high on you.
Gonna do a hard left turn to go over the poles and then back to the right. Always cross at the poles, guys.
Which is kind of a thing about helicopters.
Yeah, I'm at your 4 o'clock. Swinging back.
Alrighty. I'm high until I can get him further out in front of me.
Sounds good. I'm going to circle over here and SM behind you.
There's that rotor slap. Look at the swamp back into the trees right off the nose.
Yeah. It's all swamp in here.
Alligator.
And mosquitoes.
With landing lights. I had it spooled up a little bit. I brought it back down. I saw you look over when it changed this sound.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Yeah.
I know your eyeballs are out where
That's approved.
where they should
Okay,
be.
got another road we're going to be crossing with the bridge.
I'm here to help, you know.
There you go. The 2-man crew.
There we go.
Happens in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good one if I can get it. I mean, it's so far away.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible, but I got a couple good ones earlier. It's a good light, you know, for this time of day.
Yeah. I started moving up on him and he slowed down.
Yeah.
Things out here that could bite you other than wires would be somebody putting up a zip line across the river.
Okay. There's power lines in the distance.
Yeah, I see those. Don't slow down on me.
Okay, how you guys doing back there? How's 2 and 3?
Number 2 is high at 7 o'clock on you.
Copy.
3's out here doing little S turns to give y'all some space.
No worries.
The Red River up there when I run in. Frequent sightings of bald eagles.
Oh, that's about half mile. Looks like we got another set of high tension power lines that go across the river.
Copy that.
That would be so fun to be down in there.
You gotta know. You gotta have to know that that's good, though, right?
Yeah.
That might be tough.
Look at the break wall they built down here. High on you, 3 o'clock.
Copy, hard left turn coming around the bend.
3 swinging right. Wide right.
Yeah, if Selective was over there, you'd see what all my left hand's doing. It's doing a lot.
Is it really?
It's subtle, but it's busy.
Yeah.
Pretty well, any of these turns I pull into, I'm moving, then rolling out, it's coming back
Got another
down.
hard right turn coming up.
You pull a little in, add a little throttle.
I don't twist anything. I'm just pulling it up, which adds adequate to compensate.
Okay.
I'm running an extra % or 2 on average here, just so I don't have to pay attention anyway. Don't know if that was a conscious decision, but it's something I'm allowing.
Right.
The birds in the tree there. They're going down and out.
Yeah.
Cowards. Oh. Hard
right turn
switchback.
coming in, guys.
And you're really not chasing your pedals like you would in an airplane, rolling back like this. One thing that somebody did not teach me, and I really started noticing it on my own, is when you turn, I would lose 15 miles an hour just drop of the hat.
Oh, really?
So you got to add something when you're going into that turn, and it's always going to be your selective.
Okay.
You're going to have to, instead of pull back,
Yeah.
and
But something's got to be sacrificed.
yeah. In fact, you push forward in the turn instead of pull back. Once you establish.
All right.
And you set your G of the turn with your collective. Otherwise, it, it'll still turn, but it won't, hold your altitude. Say, Joe's a little bit more fearless than I am.
Hard left turn coming in.
If I was alone, I'd probably be right down with him.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't need to be doing it.
Okay, about 4.5 miles to the Santa Fe intersection, and then it's going to be a direct turn back towards Canyon Creek. So I'm showing about 42 minutes of run time, so I still have about 55 minutes of fuel on board.